Hi, this is Stan Bush.
Hi, this is Stephanie Calvert.
This is John Payne.
This is Jack Hughes.
Hey everyone, this is Britt Lightning from Vixen.
Hi, I'm Carrie Stevens.
Hello, I'm Kofi Baker.
And you're listening to Play That Rock and Roll.
I remember reading Crystal's book, and she shares her own account, her own version of some of these stories. And I just wonder, we talked a little bit about this before we started recording, is you have your accounts in your book and she has her accounts in her book. And it does seem that maybe it would have been, her book would have been better served had she just spoke to you about some of these stories.
Oh, I was expecting her to.
Right.
He was so nice to every waiter and waitress and my parents and respectful. I never saw that side of him at all. Drunk, sober, never, ever, 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 ever. And that was another reason that I was so shocked about Crystal's account of everything. I'm not saying that it didn't happen to some degree, but she describes when she came to Philadelphia to pick up Ariel, we had to force her to come to Philadelphia. She wanted to put this 7-year-old on a plane by herself. Yeah. We were like, no, you come and get your daughter. And I was really upset because, she would only eat pizza or fried chicken as kids, would do. And she had gained weight. And I was kind of upset. I thought, that's what Crystal was going to be mad about, was that her daughter had gained weight. So, when the book came out, remember Borders bookstore, you'd go there to buy your books. And I went into the local Borders. I was living in LA and I opened that book and I saw it. I didn't really care what she wrote about the botched menage, or all of that stuff. But when she started talking about how she went to Philadelphia, she acted like we asked to see Ariel. We took her because she went on, and she left for that peace march not even knowing if we knew where her daughter was or how we were even going to find her, and didn't even reconnect with us to find out if we had found her. Never called the whole time that she was with us, not one word. And then she had to be forced to come to Philadelphia to pick up Ariel. She comes to Philadelphia bearing gifts, perfume for me, and she intimates that she would like to hang out a little bit. Well, those days had passed. Yeah. That was not happening. And I booked a dental appointment that day because I just thought, you know what, shoot me up with Novocaine because I'm going to need something. And, I'd go back from the dental appointment and she's there and she gives me the perfume, and it was very tense. And finally, they walked outside, but there was no confrontation in Rittenhouse Square. He didn't hit her. That did not happen. And I couldn't understand why she would write that. Yeah. It's kind of like the stories, surrounding the song Reconsider Me. Yeah. Crystal swears it was for her. Did he tell her that? Probably. Wouldn't you? Okay. But I know when he wrote that song, and that song is about someone leaving him. Okay. And that was me. And there's a anthology that came out, I think Giant put it out, where he had no say in it except that he could write little blurbs about all the songs. And for Reconsider Me, written in Philadelphia, I remember the night that he checked himself into a hotel and he wrote it. And he wrote, she did ... too late. So I knew exactly what he was saying, okay? That doesn't apply to her. It doesn't apply to anybody else. But do I believe that he told her that? But why she didn't think, well, he must have told a lot of people that, but she never thought that. She always thought, oh, I'm the only one. So that was a little gullible on her part, but I get it.
But on the note about Crystal's book, I wanted to say this before we were done. I thought it was pretty lousy of her to not even use your name. I noticed that in all the pages in the stories, it's the DJ from Philadelphia. And I thought that was kind of low.
People have asked me why, and reviewers have asked that question. Yeah. Big reviewers of that book. When, first of all, I'm on the wiki page, okay?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We were at the Edgewater. I don't know where you are in Wisconsin, but we were in Madison. Oh, okay. And he proposed. The thing was, to me, marriage was so bourgeois. I mean, I never want to get married. I never want to be a mother, and everything about him, why he would keep getting married or keep getting engaged, I just didn't understand it. That was one side of him I'll never understand. But having said that, she knew all about this, and I heard she was writing a book, and I kept waiting to get the call. And the fact is that she contacted every other woman that he ever spent any time with, and she allowed them to submit a flattering photo and their version of the love story. And she even put an index in the back. It looked like they all died. It looked like they all died because she put the years that all these girls, first I looked at it and I'm like, did they all die? What happened? Because she put the years that they were together. I never got the call from her.
And is that what motivated you to write your own book?
Yeah. I mean, I've been thinking about it because I would go places and I'd play a game. Like I would get on the train to go to New York. It's an hour and 10 minutes from Philly. And I would play a game with whoever I would meet because I love the chance encounter. I love the stranger conversation. I love meeting people that I'm never going to see again. I'm a loner in life. I love that. I go on vacations alone. I love living alone. That's me. And I would try to see how long it would take after I would start talking to these people, they would turn to me and say, you should write a book.
Oh,
it happened all the time. I mean, between Mexico and Las Vegas alone, those two escapades in my life, and then becoming this DJ and meeting, the studio doors would open and, all my album covers would, be there. And I was a narcissist with low self-esteem, which Warren was too. So it was all about me, but I hated me. And what also hurt me is that I took Ariel to work with me every day.
Yeah,
so Crystal,
I remember reading about that. I like that part of the book. It's very sweet.
So for Crystal to imply that no one was taking care of her daughter and to try to put me in that realm of like, not child abuser, but to make that I'd be the type of person that would put the food too high in the cabinets for Ariel to reach it. Who would write such a thing? So I think, getting back to your question, that somebody said to her, if you're going to write this stuff and you use her name, she could sue you.
Oh.
Maybe. And I'm sure maybe in his diaries that she claimed he gave her, which I don't believe. I think she just took them, okay? But I think that maybe he did refer to me as the DJ, but that was his little pet name for me. Yeah. It wasn't, but to not use my name and not even call me when, of all those girls, there were some significant girls in his life after me, but not at the time where other things were going on in his life. There wasn't anything more significant. Yeah, so that's basically why I was so enraged when I read that book and all of her claims, and then for her to tour all around the country and talk about him in that way, especially when you have a child with this man and you talk about him in such terrible, terrible terms, of course, I can remember reading, of course, when I met Warren, he had acne pock skin and bad teeth. And I'm like, whoa. Yeah. And by the way, those were two of the things that he was the most upset about. I remember one night he would wake me up when he'd get these revelations. Honey, I just saw a video, the guy that does this, and he was talking about
Talking Heads.
Yeah. And he would wake me up and he would say, honey, I'm gonna grow a beard. I have bad skin. I should grow a beard. And I'd be like, great, grow a beard. They'd have these moments, and so I just don't understand. I do not understand.